Hello, Bourbon ladies. I wanted to do a little demonstration of what it looks like when I do a trade show and use the ice ball machine and the immersion heater and the buckets and so on. I thought maybe pictures might be worth 1,000 words. So a couple things to know about the ice ball machine is it is a natural heat conductor. So people think there's power hooked up to it somehow, or there's a battery pack or something that's heating it up. It's just the warmth of the room getting into the aluminum, and that is enough to melt that block of ice into a 2.5-inch diameter ball. Once you get cranking, it takes about a minute to start out. It might take a minute, 30 seconds to get your ice balls going. So the other thing is, before you start making ice balls, you want to set the ice out for about 5 minutes. And I usually set 3 or 4 of them out. Just set them here on the pad. They have to temper, much like metal. When metal is heat treated, they have to temper it. They have to bring it to room temperature slowly so that it doesn't crack. Ice is the same way. So if I were to throw this on the ice ball machine right now, it would crack and it wouldn't be that beautiful clear ice ball. Having said that, I didn't set this out, so we'll see what happens. So tongs, take your top off of the ice ball machine, put your ice branding insert in there, and you want to just make sure with that ice that you're covering up the hole, and that keeps you from having a flat spot on the ice. And you can see that it starts to melt right away, and that's just room temperature aluminum. You place the top on, and then it travels down. That's all you have to do, just walk away, and it makes a magical ice ball. So after this travels down, and I'll show you this later, but we'll talk about a few other things while this is doing its thing. As it gets closer, and to know whether or not it's hit the bottom, you can spin it. It's basically spinning on that ice block. Once this top reaches the bottom and metal touches metal, you'll feel tension, and I'll show that to you. What else? The other thing, and all this water coming out of the top, coming out the sides, this is all what it's supposed to do. That's just getting that cold water out of there to make this ice ball machine work at its maximum potential. What will happen is, after it's done making this ice ball, it'll be very, very cold, and that's that magic of heat conductivity. So when you feel it, you'll feel right away that it's starting to get icy cold. If you try to make another ice ball without bringing it back to room temperature, it'll take forever. The heat conductivity stops because the heat is gone. So what I do is I take these pieces and I dunk them in my warm water. Either a sink tap water will do the trick for about 30 seconds, or the immersion heater that I gave you. So be careful with that. That can sometimes get the water really hot, so you just want to keep an eye on that. The other thing with the immersion heater is you want to get that started about a half hour before your guests start to arrive, because you want that water to be warmed up and ready to go. So we're getting close. The top has almost hit the base. You'll see a few bubbles, and it's still spinning freely. Spinning it doesn't help the process. It doesn't make it go faster. You just kind of just give it a little twist and wait to feel that tension. And I cannot spin it anymore. I'm feeling that tension. So I'm gonna put my hand on the tray and just gently twist and pull the top off of that base. And you just grab it with the tongs, and there you have a beautiful branded ice ball. So I'll plop that in the glass. The other thing to keep in mind with the ice is the logoed part of the ice ball is the lightest part, so it will always float to the top. So the cool thing is they're enjoying their cocktail, they're constantly seeing that brand. Now, it's icy cold. I need to bring it back up to room temperature. I'm just gonna go down here in the water, spin it around, dunk it a little bit, pull it out, do the same thing. Dump this water in your waste bucket, and then just spin that around for a few seconds, bring it out of the water, and then you're done. And that's it. Thanks for doing this, girls. Talk to you soon.